What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And this is the ultimate Counterpunch Boxing Christmas Bash. That is correct. I know it's still kind of daylight outside, but it is definitely Christmas night somewhere. You guys all across the globe, I hope you guys got everything you asked for, gifts, presents, your children, all that good stuff. Let's start with Dog Pooh Fairy. I spent Christmas all alone and had to make beans on toast. Dog Pooh Fairy. As long as the beans were hot and the toast was crispy. Mama Lou. Merry Christmas, Kurt and chat. Merry Christmas to you, Mama Lou. Usyk fan, 4578. Merry Christmas, Kurt. Counterpunch to you, and I am feel too. Bars. Jay, Merry Christmas, Kurt. Hope all is good and you're enjoying time with fam. Absolutely. Mr. Or Mrs. Potija. Hi everyone. Merry Christmas. Listen, it's been a great time, man. I've spent time. I've ate again. I've ate some cake. Then I've ate some pie. It's been good. It's been a good day, man. Metal Box J in the building. Counterpunch to you. Merry Christmas. Nanu underscore UA. Hi. Counterpunch to you in the building. Listen. It's been a very, very good day, man. Been a very good day. Still a bit sad we won't get to see Fury Usyk trilogy. Ha ha ha. Dang. Well, no, I mean, there's no need for that now. You get beat back to back. It's pretty much over, isn't it? Merry Christmas. Nah, Mamu. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's what I did, didn't I? Okay. All right. So here we go, guys. The Christmas Bash is here. Welcome to the Christmas Bash. Conrad Francis, Merry Christmas, Kurt. I've been eating too much. I could make my first debut at super heavyweight. Oh, nice. What is the super heavyweight limit? What is that? 245 and up, 250 and up, 260 and up? What would qualify to be a super heavyweight? The first time I heard that was, I think, Lennox Lewis. Big up, England. Big up. Stuart, Merry Christmas to you, brother. Bars. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope everybody have a Merry Christmas. I ain't worried about nothing, but I'm going to tell you, this Christmas is for Christmas time. Even though I'm a Muslim, assalamu alaikum, I still want the presents. Where is St. Don, the massive Fury fangirl? Let me tell you something. St. Don is the resistance for the Gypsy King Nation. So put some respect on St. Don's name. You gotta love him, man. Merry Christmas, Kurt. Nice to see you live today. It's good to be here. It's good to be here, man. Let's see here. Yes. Okay. So he is claiming the fight was close between Usyk and Fury, and apparently he said Fury won. Well, I mean, he's supposed to say that, man. He's supposed to say Fury won. I don't think Fury won that fight, man. I mean, I think Fury won some rounds, but I don't think that, I don't really think that he, won that fight. I think he was like uncoordinated though. I mean, a lot of punches he missed, but then yet you can tell that he sharpened up on his defense because he had that right hand. He had that right hand right here all night long. And that tells you something about Tyson Fury. He talked about the middleweight. He talked about the smaller guy. He talked about how much bigger than he was. So all he really talked about was size and money. Okay, because remember when Tyson said, I can't make any money with a little Ukrainian prick. I don't want to fight him. What I want to fight him for, and he made $150 million in his first fight, and then made 79 million his second. So, dude, you made over $200 million with someone that you claimed that wasn't even marketable. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if anything, you know, after the first fight, he definitely had respect for the punching power that didn't even supposed to be there from someone 6'3", 220 pounds. And it's crazy to think that way. And that's crazy how we've curved our perception of what we think is a typical heavyweight. Because if you look at anywhere from Dubois to Joe Joyce to Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder to Tyson Fury, Ashlanbek Markmadov, Philip Hergovic, Zili Zhang, Martin McCauley, what do all these guys got in common? All of them are 6'4" and up. Every last one of them are 6'4" and up. They're all massively big. They're all way up there in the sky. They're in the clouds. These guys have part Nephilim blood. You know what I'm saying? They're just huge. Whereas someone like 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that's considered small. That's considered small. So it is what it is. Remember, let's see. When I watched it live, I scored it 116, 112. When I watched it back, I scored it 118, 111 to Usyk. 9 rounds to Usyk, 2 rounds for Tyson, and 1 draw. Mohammed Rehan, counterpunch to you. Fury was very good, but Usyk is a generational talent. Merry Christmas, Kurt. Bill Keaveney in the building. Appreciate your brother. Mama Lou. Remember when Fury said he didn't know how he would be if he lost? Well, we all know now. Well, it is what it is. I just think that I don't think he wants to give Usyk that kind of credit. So I guess you would debate one of those fights, if not both. Let's just be real. I think that's what'll happen. I think that's the whole thing. I think, if you have a debate in any argument, you know what I mean? Especially a fight, you've never really lost. So if you actually lose, you can then disclaim or definitely dispute. And when you dispute, you discredit, because you never really give credit to the person that actually won. See, Doc, we're talking about everything under the sun today, man. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas to yourself. Sometimes you have to gain, says Stewart. Sometimes you gain more from defeat than victory. Maybe not in Fury's case, but perhaps so in Allen's case. Yeah, Dave Allen was robbed. If anybody could have any type of legitimate claim of being robbed, they should put him in the dictionary for latest boxer robbed. That's how he should look in the paper. Okay. J. Roos Theory in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. KD, how's it going? It's going good, J. Roos. How you doing? Are you up in the clouds, sir? C. Dot. Usyk is way better, bruh. Come on. Fury didn't take him seriously the first fight, and he got sparked in the second fight. Was close, but Usyk did more as the rounds went on. C. Dot. That's what Usyk always does. He always does more as when the fight goes on. That's how he beats you. He's competitive. He's in and out. He's doing all that. But then once the round 9 starts, it gets more serious. He hits another gear on you. You know what I mean? His foot gradually hits the gas. 10, gradually hits the gas. 11, gradually hits the gas more. 12, he's in your face. That's if he's not taking you out like he did Michael Hunter. And by the way, I think that fight should have been stopped with him and Michael Hunter. Because Michael got hit with way too many punches. And in fact, that's how fighters lose their life. Now, Michael Hunter's fine, thank God. But at the same time, that's how fighters end up seriously hurt based on how many punches they're allowed to get hit by unanswered. See, those were unanswered shots. Michael Hunter was either getting hit or he was trying to avoid getting hit, but he wasn't getting hit. He wasn't throwing back. He was trying to survive. I think he was trying to make that last bell, but it was, it was too late. You know, who do you have between Parker and Triple D? I don't know yet. I mean, it's going to be a good fight. Danny Dubois, he's not taking that easy. He's just talking very confident, and I think people confuse the two. I know people are pissed off about the Danny Dubois thing, but it is what it is. Who do you have in potential fight? Fury, Joshua, Kurt. That's a 50-50 fight. But I'm expecting a knockout in that fight. I think if Joshua's going to win, he would knock out Tyson Fury. Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury is very elusive, though. He's mobile. He's just not the most mobile. He's not more mobile than Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk he could just move better than him. You know what I mean? You're not going, even if you're big, because I move fast for a big guy, but I bet you someone 160 is a little quicker than me. You know what I mean? This dude came in at 281. And I think that was one of his problems. He came in too big because I seen some equilibrium in the first fight. The second fight looks like I said, like Tyson was a bit off. Like he was flicking some punches, but then he, body punching. He should have thrown way more body punches. He should have went right to that body on Alexander Usyk. He tried to knock him out head hunting. That's not the best option all the ways for someone like Usyk. Usyk's head movement is second to none. He still gets hit, but he still has good defense. It's just aggressive. It's almost, he's always back or he's always forward. He's always in one of those situations. He's always there. So he gave Usyk credit. Actually, if you look it up, he was surprisingly respectful. DJ Anton, happy Christmas from Daily Family in South Wales, Kurt. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Daily Family, South Wales. Counterpunch to you. Do you think about this whole Tank retiring thing? He may be doing what? Who's done that? Ryan's done that. Shakur's done that. Devin's done that. All of them have done the same thing. All of them have said, I'm retiring, and you're in your 20s. Tank is he's a bit older than those guys. He's a few years older. So Tank is turning, 30 years old next year? So he'll be 30. But he ain't going nowhere. But he could if he wanted to. But if he actually retires, it'll show me how less of the sport that Tank thinks. How he really feels about the sport. That's what it'll show me. It'll show me that Tank, doesn't really care for the sport like that. He's not in love with the game no more. The sport of boxing. He's not in love with it. He's made enough money and it's time to get out. He's made his wages. He's made his fortune. And it's time for him, like he said, to retire and go on an island somewhere. I don't have a problem with it, because for me, Tank Davis, if he's not going to fight Tio, I don't want to see another Ryan fight because Ryan quit. What makes you think he won't quit again? He hasn't fought Devin Haney. Those guys are growing into their bodies because they're younger, okay? Tank's a shorter bloke. He doesn't like 140. Okay, I get it. You don't want to challenge yourself. That's how he was taught. We must accept it. He doesn't want to fight hard fights. He want to fight younger, smaller guys and move them up to knock them out. So the perception is Tank can hit, which he can hit. But the thing is, he's knocking these younger guys that's coming from 126, 130, and they're going to 135, and he's knocking them out senseless. But he doesn't want to do that. So he didn't fight Lomachenko when he was at 130. And honestly, would this be a good representation of a Loma now, fighting Tank now? Tank's in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Loma is not. Loma's lost a couple decisions where people felt he should have won. That Devin Haney fight was BS. And we all know that he's getting older. He's not looking like he did when he was fighting these other guys. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, fighting those Nicholas Walters and company, the El Chacal, Rigondeaux. He was not the same fighter as he was then. Okay? See, when he was making those dudes quit, he was moving through people. He was moving through weight classes. He was going through the motions. He was doing exactly what he was supposed to do, being the talent that he was. A lot of people hate on Lomachenko because how others looked at him. I didn't. Okay? Because one thing I noticed about Loma fans, they weren't as obnoxious as like Flomos, Floyd fans, Pactards, Manny fans, Canelo heads, Canelo Alvarez fans. They weren't as bad. Okay? They weren't as bad as those guys. Loma fans were like, hey, man, this is a good fighter, but I think the networks got carried away and people hated the way he was praised. Don't hate on how somebody else feels about a fighter and you get mad and you don't want to like that fighter because of how someone else likes him. I never understood that. Unless that somebody else is obnoxious and they're saying, cruel and unusual things to others as opposed to that. But we have the first super chat gift today. Merry Christmas, Kurt Thunders Productions. Thank you for that blessing. You guys get like Thunders Productions. The gifts shall come in. Let's see. What do you think about this whole? Okay, we already went through that. So Tank, I don't want to see Tank really fight anyone since he's not moving up. There's no other challenges. So he can retire. That's fine. Let Tank retire. Great job, champ. That's it. But anyway, what do you see? Dot says, what do you think about? Oh, we already got that. Finally, off today. Wifey is working though. Okay. You got time alone to the Counterpunch Boxing News Show, Christmas edition. Wayne Spence. Merry Christmas, Kurt. It's been a great year for boxing. Next year is already looking stacked. Yeah, the first part anyway, is looking real good. We got February 22nd, February 1st. So that February 1st, we got another overpriced BS Al Heyman card. Because that Morell and Benavidez, I think it's like $79. Yeah. So if you wanted to see that, that's what it's about. Merry Christmas, Kurt. It's been a great year. Okay. Brennan Smith. I got my tickets to the Tank Davis fight. The fight is going on. I thought they canceled. Mohammed. Hunter won the first 3 rounds against Usyk. Hunter did well against Usyk. And honestly, everybody talks about the kryptonite of Tyson Fury and it maybe be a smaller guy like Usyk. And obviously that was the case because Usyk won. But what about Usyk? Who do you think is a kryptonite to Alexander Usyk? I would say someone around his size. A smaller guy. That's what I would say. I would say someone smaller. Michael Hunter gave him a go until he, pressed the gas, hit the gear, went up a bit, and, and made him retreat. But I think someone like Artur Beterbiev will be a very big problem for Usyk. Because he looks at him eye level. Usyk is in and out, dead, bet. He's not doing that. Someone like this, someone here, someone that knows him very well. And on that note, we have DJ Anton, best wishes, brother. Counterpunch to you, coming in with that 10-pound love. Thank you for that gift. Got to hit you with that. There you go. Appreciate you, brother. You guys need to get like these lovely people that are giving me gifts. I take gifts all year. It's been a good year, man. I'm not going to complain. Again, 6 years ago now, the channel just took off and it keeps climbing. Went from 200 subscribers to 90,000 subscribers, and it's thanks to you guys. So that's a Christmas gift already. That's a yearly gift that keeps on giving. So thank you guys. Ben Davison should have threw the towel in against Dubois. it was obviously the way the fight was going. Well, yeah, if he would have threw it in, he could have claimed he was the reason. He could have saved face for AJ getting knocked out. But then who would have said that that would have happened? I think if we would have saw it, like if that wouldn't have happened, we would have never saw what Danny Dubois could do. I'm glad that AJ went out on his shield. To be fair, I'm glad that he did exactly that. You understand? I'm glad that that happened because if something like that would have happened, someone would have threw in the towel. People would have hated Ben. That was at Wembley Stadium. That's AJ, Anthony Joshua. Bro, it would have been bad. Then they would have been saying, oh, you need to sack Ben Davison. He's not, no. Life of Redion. Yo, Kurt, how did you score Usyk Fury 2? 116, 112. I had it 7 rounds to 5. I have it 7 rounds to 5, man. Gray Cloud. Okay. Fury would be better. Fury would batter AJ, especially after this last performance, in my opinion. But I would still watch the fight. I think AJ could hurt Fury. I'd rather see AJ versus Atoma. That's going to be kind of hard. They're trained by the same person. They sparred. One's hell of a younger. AJ's 16 years older than Moses, man. Moses Atoma is definitely this new generation. He's this, and I don't even think he's in his prime yet. Okay, so he's like, Moses is around these guys that will, they will be, by the time Moses gets 30, the guys that we're talking about now have been retired for about 10 years or so. He's in a whole different era. Fury's actual weight from inside sources said Fury weighed 273 pounds. Fury missed a lot of body punches as well. Kurt, is Daniel Dubois confident or feeling himself? He went from shy to player. This is, well, I can tell you this. A lot of things I won't say because I'm holding a lot of this content for Patreon because I'm starting January 5th Patreon. So you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Love to see you over there. But I mean, I can talk about things that I don't really feel comfortable talking about on YouTube and can talk about on that platform. But I know some things about Danny Dubois and why he's doing what he's doing. I know. So there you go. Bars. Who do you got as top 5 boxers as of right now? Okay. We have Alexander Usyk because he fought last. Then you got Terrence Crawford. Then you got Inoue. Then you got maybe Canelo or Beterbiev. Then you got Bivol. Yeah. Because I think Bivol belongs there because Bivol showed that he's tough. He showed that he can box. He showed that he can fight. Now I think he got hurt in some of those fights, those last rounds, but he didn't give up. He didn't quit. He has a lot of heart. I like Bivol. I really like Bivol, man. And and my heart goes out to anybody that's having to focus, train, perform under stressful private matters. Right? See, when you got something going on that's personal, that someone besides yourself is exposing you for, that's coming out and saying, hey, Dimitri Bivol, this is your ex-wife. I think you're a bum father. You've hit me. Look at what you did to me. You're a bum. I'll see you in court. You're a loser. I hope you lose. You know what I mean? I hope the West worse for you. I got charges brought up against you. I'm trying to bury you. Meanwhile, Bivol is still training and still focusing and still performing and had a great performance against Artur Beterbiev despite the drama. You see what I mean? Beterbiev didn't have that problem. He's all happy with his wife. Everything's good, copacetic, So, but yeah, Jay Roos, yeah. So I know why, some things about that. Who you got as the top 5 boxers as of right now? Just said them. 50 Skrilla 50 in the building. Merry Christmas, brother. Counterpunch to you. Ahmed Elesili. Hey man, what's up? Hey man, nothing much. Imagine if Fury, um, imagine if Fury did uh appeal that they actually overturn his favor. It would be crazy, but it's not happening. I wouldn't be surprised because I mean, you got someone that you've seen beat up. Devin Haney was picked apart by Ryan Garcia. They found out this boy was cheating. They snatched that whole loss off his record. It's like that day never happened. Crazy, man. Crazy. What's the Patreon link? Man, I will put the link up on the community. Don't worry. I will have it on the community. So that's going January 5th. It's dropping, but I'll have the link up around maybe the 3rd or 4th of January. My bad, you said Fury. I thought you meant Kyle's jury. Vincent Parker won't be a problem. Dubois will destroy Parker. Okay. I went to school with Fury. We both went to Leo Clark's elementary school in 2002. He was held back a lot, and I can confirm he was doing MMA even back then. Okay. Is it Merriman? Tyson is so finished. So pleased for Alexander. Mm. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Fury fought the winner of Chisora versus Wallen. That would be piss poor. And that would show us, though, what level Tyson Fury prefers to fight on. Because that whole thing, his stock was dropping anyway. His stock was just dropping. And I'm going to tell you, this is the crazy thing. The crazy thing is the stock that he thought that he had, like the things that he did, like let's say 2020. Because let's face it, the world kind of stopped then. Boxing got weird, everything got weird. But Tyson Fury had a lot of things brewing. That's what kind of kept him alive because people still loved Tyson when they thought he was going to fight AJ for undisputed. You guys remember that? Because AJ got his belts back in late 19 in December. Okay, so he got his belts back. Andy Ruiz went missing. Tyson Fury then later on, 2 months later, beat up Deontay Wilder, snatched the WBC belt. When he snatched that belt, then they became in talks of fighting together. So that's what happened in that situation. Big love and respect from New Zealand. Counterpunch to you. Planet Fiji in the building. Lomachenko did not achieve maximum results because of a certain stage, transition to another category. He began to be more afraid and defend himself than to take risk. He fought too pragmatically. But he wasn't a power puncher either. And I think this is what I think. I think what scared him was 135. I think the weight. I think when he got caught with that right hand by Lenatus, I think that made him, that kind of spooked him a bit. That spooked Lomachenko. When Lomachenko went down from that right hand, that spooked him, and he knew I'm not going to 140. So at least if you're a Tank fan, at least you can't argue that, hey, at least Tank did go to 140. Yeah, he didn't like the punches and he went back, but at least he tried. At least he didn't get scared of climbing, but actually he kind of did. It's just he went a notch or a weight class higher than Loma. Loma at 135, and Tank went from 130, 135. Then he passed 135 and went to 140. Okay, so, but then he went back down to 135. So it is what it is. Where does Tyson Fury go from here, in your opinion? I think he'll keep fighting because I think he's going to dispute it so he can feel better, especially with enough people that thinks that it was close, that he don't feel like a loser, so he really won't have to save face. Okay? That's the thing. I think if he doesn't feel like the loser, he'll keep fighting. That's why I wanted a knockdown. That's why I wanted a stoppage. That's why I wanted that fight to end and not go to the decision, because somebody somewhere is going to contest the decision that the judges made. That's what I mean? That was the only problem. Okay. James Madden, Merry Christmas to you, brother. Rumors Canelo versus Crawford is signed for big bucks. Okay. All right. Back-to-back losses could equal a rebuild. Well, if he fights Otto Weiland in the winter between Chisora and Otto Weiland, it's crazy. But yeah, he'll just show you what if he wants to fight people like that, I think he feels comfortable under someone. It's like if you're a senior, you want to go back down to like middle school. Loma has fought fighters with a pulse, unlike Davis. I mean, Frank Martin had a pulse. Ryan Garcia just kind of showed his limitations of what he's willing to go through, and he didn't want to get up over a body shot. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Chawa. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for your reply. Fury versus AJ. Winner gets a third shot at Fury. At Usyk. I think that would be kind of lame. Because you got all these fighters, man. It's like, listen, when these fighters lose, I'm tired of these fighters now. They've made enough money. Turkey's blessed everyone with money. He's blessed them all. He's made Jarrell Miller a millionaire. Everybody on that, they all probably got M's, bro. Why do you think Jared Anderson took that fight with Martin McCauley? Because he made him a millionaire. He offered him money that he's never seen. You see what I mean? Like that rob a bank and go to another country money. So he's made everyone enough money. So I think at this point, if they're not marketable enough, I think we should mix it up. Put these guys in there with McCauley. I get Caballero. Zili Zhang's in the mix. Throw these guys in there and let them see what they can do. Let's see it happens. Ryan Garcia is an Instagram model, not a fighter. Him and Tommy Fury should hang out. If Fury gets some good wins under his belt again and becomes mandatory, could he get a third fight with Usyk? I don't know if he would want one. Pressure Hamilton, Morell versus Benavidez. Can you speak about that fight? Sure. Hold on just a second. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Yeah. Okay. As requested, Morell versus David Benavidez. Big fat baby Miller. Yeah. Miller got paid a grip. He got paid like $4.8 million for going to Days of Reckoning. Yeah. For fighting Danny Dubois. $4.8 million. So anyway, Benavidez has the hand speed. Morell has the power. Morell's bigger. And what we've learned about David, his shots are not the same. See, at 168, he was slaying dudes. Connor Boner. Merry Christmas, bro. And I think if anything at all, man, I think that David, if he gets in a firefight with Morell, he could end up on his back. He needs to box that dude because this is not Volsnik. Volsnik was good technically, but Volsnik was just coming off a retirement because Better BF retired him. And he retired at I think he was 17-1 or something like that. Now he's in 2 because David beat him, but he went 12 rounds. And the shots that he was throwing, a lot of those just those arm shots, right? Those arm punches were, arm punches. They weren't effective. They weren't impactful. Usyk would tire Zhang out. He would have to. Kurt, I'm not even joking. You need to see what I got for Christmas. Cool. I got the greatest present I ever got. I'm not even joking. Man, that's good stuff. Good stuff. DJ Anton, gonna check out Kurt. Thank you for your efforts over the last year. Much love to you and everyone in the chat. DJ Anton, counterpunch to you, brother. Counterpunch to you. Oh, this year I am doing a special New Year's bash. So I'm gonna do one from here and then one, of course, in the UK. So that is roughly what, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. here is New Year's. 6 p.m. December 31st, 2024 is um New Year's, January 1st, 2025 in the UK. So, you know. He said, "Don't worry, Kurt. I'll be there." Have your family doing well? Everything's good, bro. Everything's good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Kurt just jumped on. You have a good Christmas. Hope you did. Tony Lyons, counterpunch to you. Everything is good, man. Let's get it on New Year's bash. That's it. Merry Christmas. I know John Fury wanted Tyson to win, but do you think John feels a smig of vindication regarding Sugar Hill? Well, I'm waiting to see what he says, and somebody's going to get a hold of John, and John's going to let it loose. And if he starts talking negative about, and he jumps on Sugar Hill shit, we all know how he always felt. And I don't think he's supposed to like Sugar Hill anyway. Scans Rants, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Merry Christmas to you. Tomas Galuba, greetings from Poland. Counterpunch for you. Double AR. New Year's bash, absolutely. The New Year's bash is coming through. Yep. So yeah, man. Everything's been good. Cakes, pies. Ugh. Man, it's, I can feel it right here. That's why I need that thing. He said, unhappy Christmas to all Juice fans. Wilder versus Usyk. The third king is still left for Usyk to take down. Jay, I like that. I like how that's promoted, the last king standing. Can Usyk defeat the last king of the heavyweight division? And all of a sudden you hear Wilder come out the dark. Bomb squad! That would be dope, bro. That would be dope. Old Wilder would have chinned the guy. Wilder versus Joshua for the bank. Yeah, they would get money. They'd get paid. They would get M's for fighting. And then Wilder would be like, you know what? If I was Wilder, this is what I would do. I would do what 50 Cent did. What he did with his brother, with his son Marquise. He just paid a lump sum to his son. You know what I mean? And they settle that way instead of, like, oh, I'm going back for an increase or I'm going back for an increase. No. Take this 1 point whatever million, right? And there you go. And it's done. He doesn't have to worry about his son. DeVille, why did Fury use MMA against Usyk? Because he wanted to do something that he couldn't do anyway. Box him. He couldn't outbox him, so do something else. You know what I mean? Kurt, I wouldn't lie to you. I don't get how you still invested in boxing heavyweight. I think it's just dead in the waters. We all know Usyk is the best now. Doesn't matter who's number 2 or 3. Yeah, it matters to me because it's not all about number 1. You have to enjoy boxing on who's fighting. See, the thing is, some people go into boxing just to see who's the best and then they lose interest. What about 2, 3, 4, 5, and through 10? So you think number 9 fighting number 5, right? Let's say in the WBA. You think that wouldn't be an exciting fight? It's all about entertainment. It's not about who's the best. We want to see who's the number 1. It's not like Super Bowl in football. Boxing is a world sport. You know, do you think the bronze bomber in his prime could have chinned Usyk? I think the bronze bomber would have knocked out anybody though. If he could catch you just in that with that right shot, you don't know it's coming in. Boom! That then he'll like he did Luis Ortiz. He hit Luis Ortiz and knocked this man out. Luis Ortiz did not know where he was at. He got hit. He got hit that hard and so fast by somebody that he was clearly outboxing. So he was clearly outboxing Deontay Wilder. But all it took was that one shot. That's what. But the good and bad news was that went to Wilder's head. See, he knocked out what's his name? Brazil. He knocked him out in the first round. Then he fights Ortiz again. Then he knocks Ortiz out with one shot. Then it was like, oh, snap. I don't have to do anything really significant. All I got to do is land a shot. And then, bomb squad! To this day, I'm out of here, man. Crazy at one point, golden heavyweight was AJ Fury Wilder, all undefeated. All undefeated now. They have 10 losses combined. Yeah, all defeated now. Absolutely, Connor. I'm dyslexic too, so I get it. I'm trying to figure out why Fury didn't use I guess he tried. Big names ducked Ortiz. They did for a while until they figured, oh, well, he's old. And then honestly, a lot of people didn't want to fight him. AJ and Tyson Fury didn't fight him. And I'm looking at, like, if you look at Ortiz, like everybody used to dump on Ortiz. And I'm like, bro, I see Ortiz knocking out Dillian White, especially someone that likes to counter like Ortiz. Then he's aggressive and he likes to throw uppercuts on the inside, the head and body. And we all know that Dillian White can't take uppercuts to save his life. So someone like Ortiz, boom, that's all it takes. He's out cold. Himalay 2, hello. Matchroom Chunk ducked Ortiz. Kurt, do you have a present for me? Yep. Counterpunch to you. Great. Okay. But Team AJ sent Ortiz a big money offer, so you can't say AJ didn't want it, bro. Let me tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened with that fight. And I counter everything. People love me, then hate me. I remember that conversation because Eddie Hearn, he revealed what he sent Jim Jimenez, which was the manager of Luis Ortiz. So if we take a little walk down memory lane, I think Eddie offered him $5 million, 4 or 5, for the Luis Ortiz fight because AJ called him out. He mentioned him, so he was like, "Yeah, somebody dig up old Ortiz. I'll fight him." Right? It was a $7 million. Well, Jim Jimenez, for what reason, I don't know. I can speculate, but he claimed that Eddie Hearn lowballed him. He put out that over social media while they were supposed to be negotiating. Eddie Hearn seen it, resent the offer, got pissed, did an interview with IFL TV with Coogan, and said what he attempted to do. After that, he immediately went for the Chisora 2 fight, which I thought was strange. Because then Jim Jimenez, they were like, hey, Luis's manager, he says that, hey, we dropped the ball. I'm sorry about that, this and that and the other. So it was kind of fishy because it's like almost you were expecting Eddie to do something based on what you did because he offered you something. You made that comment. He retracted the offer. Then you apologized for it. Then all of a sudden you're fighting Deontay Wilder for the second time. That just didn't make sense to me. I thought something was shitty about that whole thing. I'm just going to be real. I thought it was, And meanwhile, Luis Ortiz didn't know about any of this. He didn't know about any of this. He's sitting there training like a dumb monkey. He don't know, dude, you don't even know your business and who's calling your business endeavors. It's crazy, man. It's a bit of a stretch to blame Matchroom for Ortiz and Wilder not fighting anyone. Well, I'm going to tell you, I think they both turned it down, but Luis Ortiz was a pawn because he was older and he's been beaten. And if he wasn't beaten, he would still been avoided. He would have probably been someone like Demetrius Andre, because Demetrius Andre was undefeated for a long time, but he didn't really get fights. So inactivity really beat him before actually losing in the ring. But Luis Ortiz was old, so nobody really wanted to market him. You know what I'm saying? So it was difficult. Luis Ortiz, to be fair, was with Matchroom before Al Heyman. And Eddie gave him those shit fights. He beat Malik Scott and he beat Dave Allen. Mm-hmm. Usyk, of course, lacks a powerful punch. He would be a real mega monster in the ring. Well, it just shows he doesn't need it. He's just showing he doesn't need that power punch. He's showing everything else. See, like Wilder, it's weird because he has power or had power, but that's pretty much all he had. Everything else he was like mediocre in. So power is up here. Everything was way down here in these levels. Since it's Christmas, Kurt, can I see the back of your head? No. Big Baby, Wilder, Ortiz, mostly ducked by UK. Well, to be Travel Gods in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Travel God in the building, people. Brother in crime over there. Am I on the naughty list? No. Not on the naughty list, Connor Bonner. You just talk weird shit. But no, I mean, Big Baby, he had to fight with Chisora. It's his promoter's fault, Dimitri Salita. Dimitri Salita was, he hasn't been pleasant to anybody that's worked with him. And that was the reason he didn't get the Chisora fight. So, Conrad Francis, what's next for Bakali? Hopefully Efe Ajagba. So, they supposed to be in negotiation. So, we'll see. Usyk is the best right now. Yeah, he's the best heavyweight. He's the champion. So he beat the acclaimed number 2 best. But who really will we know that? See, Tyson Fury, based on who he's fought, his ridicule was what? His low opposition, the choice of opposition, the refusal to fight those tough guys. When Joe Joyce was bulldozing, juggernauting over everyone, he didn't fight him. He gets knocked out by Zhang. He didn't fight him. AJ's a bodybuilding bum. He didn't fight him either. You know what I mean? You didn't fight anybody. You fought Chisora a third time, an MMA guy, and then who else? Usyk, and you lost. So again, I'm questioning Tyson Fury. How good is Tyson? How good is Tyson and Fury either? Let's say he fights someone like Zhilei Zhang, gets knocked spark out. Okay, then guess what? He wasn't number 2 after all. That's what everybody thought based on what he claimed that he was. But what he claimed he was, he never proved. It was all smoke and mirrors. You beat Wilder. You scaved a victory through Francis Ngannou. And who else? You beat Derek Chisora. Who else? Who else did he fight? Wilder. Dave Allen said he wants to fight in America. Would be a good U.S.-based opponent. Dave Allen. I think Dave Allen, I think they robbed him, but I think Jermaine Franklin would be good for him, but I don't even know if he beats Jermaine Franklin. I think Jermaine Franklin's too durable for him. I think his beard is too thick to fight someone like that. Would probably be a nice little fight, but I do think, I don't think he could beat anybody like that. And you can forget about someone like Frank Sanchez or Jared Anderson. That's somebody that you would throw in there with Jared Anderson to get him back on track. So, White, did you say? Well, White, I want to see him and Ortiz. I still want to see that fight. Has Usyk beat any American boxers lately? I mean, who is it to fight? Tyson's prime was 5 years ago. Where the hell are people like Franklin and Ruiz these days? Well, Ruiz is broke a hand pretty bad, so he's more than likely still in recovery. Um, Franklin, he's doing well. I mean, he's getting fights when he can. He's not a star or nothing like that. He just, he made his money against Joshua and White when he fought them both. Lost to both, but fought and had a good fight, good effort. AJ tripping. I don't know what he was on, trying to start a riot with him or something like that. You know, White, Wilder, I want to see on an undercard. Okay. Oh, I would like to see that though. So let's check this. Super chats on Christmas. Yes, $10, 28%. Okay, where's that? Yes, $20, 15%. Okay. Yes, $5. All right. That's 9%. Okay, so where are these super chats? 49% says no. So if anybody's here that voted, the time is now for your super chats because I'm about to jump off of here. I'm about to join the fam. So if you guys like, drop your super chats below, your gifts to the channel. Where the hell are our American heavyweights? We don't have any. No, I'm kidding. We have Jared Anderson. We have Frank Sanchez. We have Jermaine Franklin. We have Michael Hunter. That's pretty much it, though. That's pretty much it. In the Congo, they survive off tree bark. Macaulay stays hungry. Dark horse. Yeah, they are missing in action. What happened to the super chats? Were you guys just pulling my chain? What's the deal? They're bums. Tyson has never fought someone who can box and is a puncher, and he has never unified titles. Well, he's got the unified titles, but never had to fight or defend the titles. Therefore, was he legitimate? So it is what it is. But yeah, man, I'm about to jump off of here. This has been a good time, man. I just wanted to share some time with you guys talking boxing. If you guys have any other questions, let me know within the next 5 minutes because I will be signing off shortly. AJ versus Wilder, who wins in your opinion? I don't know. I look at AJ. AJ has a good right hand too. That's the one he knocked out Ngannou with. Wilder has a right hand, but that's all he really has. Wilder's a little faster than Joshua because he doesn't have to worry about all that muscle carrying it. What if he can't stop Joshua? What if Wilder can't punch no more? you know? AJ looks too regressed the most. UFC cage fight. What's your opinion, Dana White? Well, I'm worried. I'm wondering what he's going to do in the boxing realm. But yeah, I think that's a good fight. I'm going better Biev. So many people putting AJ under the under the bus, but watch and see AJ will get the last man standing. Mark my words, he's still got plenty left. Tony Lyons, that would be cool, and AJ will be back in action. The J. Roos theory, Mike Tyson says he's depressed. I think it's because he threw the fight. Yeah, I got a Mike Tyson video coming real soon after I get off. You visited Alabama. Did you bump into Wilder? I bumped into the statue of Wilder, not Wilder. Yeah, I did a live stream on it and everything. Is Luis Ortiz still fighting or retired? He's still fighting. He just can't find fights. Nobody wants to fight him because it's a lose-lose. You lose, you got beat by an old man. You win, you beat up an old man. Moses Atoma is the best heavyweight ever. Okay. Isn't that a little too early to find out? Come on now. He's probably the best 19-year-old boxer we have today. Moses still has things to prove. Okay. Absolutely he does. What, are you kidding me? Will Charlie Zilloff make a comeback in the U.S. in 2025? I think nowadays, if he pulls that with somebody and just start swinging at him and hitting them, bro, somebody will kill you. People ain't doing that no more, man. You know, like, man, you want to here's the glove. You know, you go swinging at somebody, bro. They will grab you and break you off. They will break you off. Wilder versus AJ. Who you like? Wilder versus AJ. I don't know, man. I have no idea. You've to do a video on where you Usyk in boxing history. Okay, Ed Ellerby, I sure will. AJ versus Atoma is the fight I want to see. I don't want to see AJ versus Wilder or Fury. Well, I mean, that's look, he's already got knocked out by a 27-year-old. You want him to get knocked out by a younger kid? I think Usyk is underrated because he is not American or a British guy. Yeah, I think if Usyk was British, he would be a lot more popular. I think if he was American, he would be massively popular. Because Americans, they think more about race than nationality anyway. Why do you think Canelo really is popular in America? Just think about it. And it's not because he's Mexican. It's because of how he looks and how he's marketed. He's not a typical looking Mexican fellow walking around. He looks like he's somewhere from Ireland or Scotland. He's a ginger. And Oscar saw him. He saw gold. Oscar De La Hoya saw Canelo Alvarez and he saw a star. A different looking Mexican guy that can fight. And you know something? Here's the funny thing about that. If Canelo Alvarez could speak English which he still became a superstar. But I think if he was able to show that he can speak English as well as he can, because I think he always could. I think Canelo could always speak English. I just think, I just think he just didn't, Estoy mexicano de Guadalajara, México, Jalisco, México. Yo luchando para la países, las personas por México. He's a ginger. Viva Mexico, cabrones! Right? He's a Mexican. And Oscar saw him. I see, here's a star. He's a star. Yeah, he's a star. Now he hates him. Canelo, you. Moses is going to be bigger than Floyd and Andre Ward. I don't know about that. Distinct Sam, I agree. You find the same thing with Cuban talent too. Which is the next two? Which watch in the next 2 years? Okay, you got it, man. I seen him on the Breakfast Club. He spoke good English. Yeah, he does. Canelo does, and I don't. I just think they start practicing more. And I think it's just easier, with an interpreter to say what they want and all that. And you got this interpreter sitting there being a mediator and translating all this stuff, You look so young today, fam. Wagoon. What's Wagoon? Hazy Hugh, counterpunch to you. Yeah, but he does speak English very, very well, bro. So. But man, I tell you, last minute guys of the Christmas Counterpunch Boxing Bash. Okay. Hazy Hugh, I'm good. We have 40 seconds. What's going on? Hey, the bash is ending, so you guys want to drop your super chats. We got 30 seconds left, and I am officially out of here in 30 seconds. So, Kurt from Ukraine, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Anthony Deep. Counterpunch to you. So, Is it like what's going on? I don't know. It's Christmas bash. We love you. Counterpunch to you, bro. Counterpunch to everyone. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm out. Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas. Respect. Everybody on the chat has been counterpunched. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.